like a fucking like GameCube character, a Super Nintendo.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Weaved on him.
Sarah, did you get that recorded or no?
No.
Well, I
Aw.
can
that's
switch
sad.
it back. I
Don't.
just if Seraph wants to record.
I'm recording right now.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Everyone, shield your ears.
Hello.
No,
keep
it's not
talking?
messed up.
It's
No,
not.
you're normal.
No.
No.
Oh well, it's fine.
I don't know why it would be messed up because all I did, I
Mhm.
went into voice and video to try and turn off attenuation, and then I was like, oh, my input device and my output device aren't set to my headphones. Technically, they're just default. Let me set it to the Razer headphones. So I did that, and then I went and turned off
And you
noise
started
suppression.
screaming.
And then I unmute and talked. You guys are like, ah!
You start screaming as if
And
you're
then I
killing
turned
us.
it back, and then I turned it back to the Razer and the not noise suppress, and it sounds fine.
Mhm. Can you
Well-
read Mr. Daxter's voice?
Of course.
Leon, what are you listening to? What is that? What is that? His voice starts screaming.
In the screaming, there's silence. You wouldn't get
That's music.
it.
Anyway.
The resident
Baxter's
jazz
literally
listener.
like that one drama bit where it's like some guy at the gym,
The
Baxter
gym bro
Fits
bit?
Anywhere, trying to like help you with the equipment or something, and
But
you
he's
can
listening to
hear like
screaming and
humans screaming blaring through his earbuds at just like a kind of
Yeah.
low volume because
Yeah.
it's so loud in his earbuds. And
You
and
just hear,
he's like, yeah, like,
"Ah!"
yeah, and you're like, and he's just talking to you like, is there anything I can like help you with? Like, we could like do it together.
Do you want me to
Need a gym
spot for
buddy?
you?
Anyway.
God, that gym bro bit's probably one of the best bits of like that year, definitely.
That's okay.
and
Right up
then he
alongside
started
the
crying.
destroyed on red wine because it hurt his ears so bad he couldn't do it. It was too funny too. Can you believe both that and the absolutely destroyed on red wine happened in 1 year?
Could you imagine Baxter with his shitty little iPod Touch and the tangled, basic ass, like, wired Apple earbuds and is, like, listening to whatever the fuck he's listening to, and you can, like, hear it, and it's, like, so tinny and terrible because the headphones are so cheap, and it's just, like, blaring. And he's just listening to it, and he starts crying. He said he was fine. I don't know what you. What was I
Right.
supposed to do?
Okay. So,
Are you ready to play D&D?
So,
hey guys.
hi.
Just kind of fast forwarding a bit through the day. What's everyone up to? Like, what's going on? This could be after an Amora meeting.
How much of the like garden is like ruined, crops wise?
The garden itself isn't too badly distraught. It seems like maybe something that what rolled through part of the fence at some point, but besides that like corner of the garden, which is still very important, it seems mostly still intact. Maybe ruffled up in a mess, but intact.
Yeah, West is going to like start organizing the garden again and like picking up tomato plants and like making sure the ones that are kind of tilted or back upright.
Awesome, yeah. Farley will obviously help you as well. It's your guys' garden.
The garden.
Our garden. Yeah, she'll help you out as you clean up. Definitely a little sad about like seeing the carnage around, but happy to garden time is happy time.
Garden time is time.
Awesome. Is there anything else?
I want to talk to Xerxes at some point, but I don't know if I should do that now or later.
I thought you were just gonna say, I don't know if I should do that.
I
I was like, but why?
I
We're hanging
imagine
out.
Xerxes is like occupied with the science stuff happening,
Yeah.
and at some point we'll like head back to the house. So if you want to talk to her at any point there, that would be a good time, I imagine.
Yeah, sure.
Science babe. Woo!
Seriously, where are you at in the house?
She might just be chilling in the library, honestly. Just like sit and take all her notes and sort through and analyze and think deeply about important things.
Of course, of course. You can do just that.
Mhm.
And while you're inside, you see a very, very familiar face that you might have seen maybe an hour ago, if not less time, start to approach around the corner. See you.
Hi.
Hello? Kinda like sits up a bit. Did you need anything?
Can I ask you about like I was uh I hope it's not like a sensitive subject, sorry, because I guess it involves Baxter, but I was reading through the Feywild book again, and just I was like looking at like the like bugs and like animal diagrams and stuff. How do you like collect like info on like animals and stuff in like a science way? Because I mean, I really like animals and stuff. Like have spent a lot of time around, but like I don't know how all that is.
I mean, there are countless fields of studies dedicated to every manner of way you could possibly investigate any single aspect of natural phenomena. Is there a... I guess if you're wondering about that book specifically and the work we did there, it is... a lot of it is just cataloging, really. You collect many different samples of what appears to be the same, species, same type of creature, and you take quantitative measurements of them all. Something you can put numbers to. Of course, other things as well. Not everything can be expressed in numbers, unfortunately, but you make your observations, you write everything down, you compare everything over and over again across every example, you draw all your differences between them, see what is in common with them, attribute that to perhaps a norm of the species. Then you write down your findings.
How do you how do you know like how like the joints like move and stuff like exactly?
I mean, there's only one way to find out something like that about an animal, yes. You would have to have the animal in front of you and observe its range of movement, make your recordings, and then if you do have an actual specimen live or otherwise in front of you, then you could take even, what is it, more detailed measurements using tools rather than just your eyes from the distance.
Mm-hmm. And for other parts of anatomy, I guess you need like a dead one.
Yes, it's typical.
How does that work with people anatomy then? Because there's like elves and stuff in the book. Like, what do you guys do?
I mean,
How do you get that info?
the same way you would get that info for any person. Yes, you would have to study a cadaver.
From where?
There's countless institutions that deal in the supply of such things. How is any doctor to be trained on any anatomical anything without such knowledge?
I guess so. Were you guys at like a school or something in there then?
I mean, we visited, cities and whatnot, and they have their academies, their institutions there. Very useful for what the study of anthropology, of history. It's kind of hard to derive something like that from nature alone, which largely cannot speak to you unless you're a Firbolg like West, a druid. I suppose land itself can tell a story, but then again does not tell a detailed one. Not from a person's perspective.
Can I do like an insight on Xerxes?
Sure. Yeah. Um. One second.
Yeah, I haven't pulled out any of my dice today. I haven't rolled anything.
Sure. Um. Seraph,
Mm-hmm.
whether you have been entirely truthful or you've been deceitful in any way. Oh, 1 second.
I mean, any
Uh,
charisma roll from her is the same anyway. I can't imagine it would matter.
if you would like to just roll a d20 and add your number, just, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did not give me the option to hide that. Can't imagine it would matter.
Um, okay. Xerxes. What's it looking like right now?
I think Xerxes, like when Seal first started talking, was like kind of not entirely sure of what like specifically he was asking, and was very much like, how do I even like approach this question? And seemed like quite engaged in the conversation up until it like got to the mentioning of like any like thing to do with the dead animals, and then you got to people, and she's like seemed to like really kind of zone out of the conversation and seems like kind of uncomfortable, honestly, maybe a bit pale, as pale as she can get. Is that all, Seal?
Um. I guess so. I'm just thinking about it.
She would like be avoiding looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how so?
Kind of like when she was more engaged in the conversation, she was like just talking, being normal, and then like as it went on, like kind of like glancing away more, and now is like either like looking down at her hands, or like if she has to look near him, would be like kind of staring past him at the wall behind him. But like would even be like like mostly just looking down at her hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's all.
Okay. Just want to make sure it was cool to cut off the scene. Awesome. Cool.
I'm trying to think if Xerxes would say anything.
Because I feel.
It makes me so sad because Xerxes sounded so happy at the start.
I mean, can I insight check Seal?
Sure.
I imagine him standing there in silence, just looking at her.
Oh, I think he's sitting.
I was sitting.
Yeah, you can insight check, Seal.
I think he's like kind of just like flipping through the book right now.
Mhm.
What do I mean, I guess
I guess
the
it's
same
yeah.
then. 6.
Ooh. Seal, what is
So-
what is our good buddy Xerxes say?
Maybe both roll 6.
Huh?
You both
Oh.
roll 6.
Oh, yeah, and we both rolled a 5 plus 1.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Right, how do I describe? Seal seems like he like very much had like an intention, like a very specific like intention with the conversation and like was kind of like looking for something like the questions are kind of like crafted in a way, but he doesn't like really know what to do. um
What else do you want to say, to ask?
um not 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 really anything. And like you can tell he's like being
Mhm.
deceitful. Did I say Seal is flipping through the book? He's like
Yeah.
looking through it. He's not just like sitting there.
Where did you get that?
He gave it to me.
Interesting.
He mentioned to me that he had a copy, and um, you know, I thought it would be interesting. But then, you know, I lent it to Kinsey at one point, which was funny because apparently like Kinsey asked him if he had a copy and he said he didn't. But then later he gave one to me.
It is funny, isn't it? Leon is very funny all the time.
What'd you say?
It is funny, isn't it? Leon is very funny all the time.
What does she mean?
He's kind of saying it
Uh-huh.
just to herself, honestly. Not like too quiet,
Yeah.
but like she's just talking to talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what his reasoning could possibly be for that. I can't imagine. It's not as though he told you what, don't show this to anyone. It's not as if it's not a book Kinsey could have gone out and found for themselves. Perhaps he forgot he had one on him. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think. Okay, wait. I'm checking the situation. If I remember correctly, right, was he was like gonna like go to grab one and be like,
Yeah.
and then was like,
Oh,
oh my
crap.
god, oh crap, like I really thought I had a copy, but I forgot one.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he said that he thought he had one, like he like looked for one and then like didn't realize he didn't have one on him.
I know. Seal, I remember I was there.
Yeah. You know, why were you like going to the planewalker so much to go talk to him after everything?
I didn't think he was as involved as he was. I had been operating under the assumption that he was simply caught up in something, maybe possibly as a result of something I could have been involved with however many years ago. Not that I remember anything, but thinking so because I had known Gray. I told you this, of course, and they didn't really know each other. Not then, at least. I don't know.
Mm.
I had thought I don't know. I did not know, and I wanted to know what was going on, and I wanted to hear it from him. And I was wrong. He is involved. Silly me. And even then, he seems so reluctant is not even approaching the correct word to use. I do truly believe that he has gotten himself into something bigger than himself without a way out of it. Yes, I can't imagine whatever unruly sorts he's running with currently would allow him to step away, to back down, to have second thoughts now. He was on the verge of tears when I spoke to him.
Mm.
He. I don't believe he wants this. He may think he wants it, but I don't think that he truly does. It's something else he's after, and he thinks this is the only possible way to get it erroneously so, of course, but can't ever change his mind when he is set on something.
He's still doing it. Anyway.
I imagine they would kill him. What is he supposed to do in a fight up against Grey or gods forbid Posidonia? I couldn't even bear to stand in a room with her. I can't imagine how he feels. It's sick to his stomach.
I don't know. I don't really get it.
I don't know how to explain him. I've known him for as long as I have. I can't even begin to get into it to explain even just all of what he told me. And everything else beyond that, however many years, however, whatever. But he's still my friend. Still, I want to get him out of this if I can.
I mean, you know, I really liked him. I've thought he was really nice. I thought we like bonded a bit, and then like everything.
A lot happened leading up to our going to the Feywild and our time there. He spent time in the Feydark. God knows what happened there before. I saw it actually in the mirror. The
Mhm.
Weaver and him.
Yeah.
Him on death's door and the Weaver circling him like a vulture. He looked terrible, Seal. It does something to a person. These circumstances. And I know this isn't him. I know he's been pushed to this point, and I'm not justifying what he's done or will do. But I don't think it is inevitable, some immutable fact that it is what he will continue to do or will want to do, or I hope, given the opportunity, the out, he would do anything else but this. And maybe it's naive of me to assume, or selfish of me, to want and fix things. But I feel like I at least have to try.
Is he trying back? Is he
I mean,
giving any of the same kindness to you?
he
'Cause I don't
agreed
think
to speak with me. Surely he knew that I could have turned around and told the Enamore that he is sitting in this bar right now and they could have whatever it is they do, and he could have prevented that by perhaps, I don't know, killing me. Or, I don't know. I don't know. There are things he could have done. He let me leave. He let me arrive, he let me leave. I was the one who demanded to speak with him, and he agreed to it. He could have killed us at any point. traveling with him. He helped us save that child. What a difference does doing such actions make if you know that you're on the road to ending it all?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not asking for answers from you. I don't even think he could answer such questions. All I'm getting at is that I don't think it is a hopeless, it is a lost cause. I want to at least try.
And do what?
I don't know. I don't know. Kinsey has said, yes, that she wants to gather allies, wants to build up some kind of a rapport to combat whatever this is, however one would even do such a thing. Maybe there is something there. And just because we don't know right now does not mean a solution won't reveal itself in the future. It's not easy for me. I'm not a hopeful person. I'm skeptical, I'm doubtful, I expect the worst. I'm making an effort now because I think it is worth it, because I think it is important. I think my friend is worth it. To keep my mind open. And if it helps other people as well, then all the better. That is the larger goal, yes. Help other people. And if I can help him too, then why wouldn't I want to do that? And if it is impossible, then it is impossible. But that is not a word I want to say just yet. Part of me feels we are in this situation in the first place, me and him, because I gave up so easily in the past. If I had done something different, if I had been more what, proactive, determined, whatever word you want to throw in, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I don't know. I'm not a diviner, I cannot see such things, but I can't stop thinking about it. Pessimism hasn't helped me yet, so. I wish it wasn't your responsibility. I don't think it is. I wish you didn't have to be involved in this. But it's out of our control. If if I could go alone, if I could do it alone, then I wouldn't drag everyone else along with me. But unfortunately, the two of you are tethered to the Weaver. And Avier is connected somehow, and West tethered to him.
I I feel like sometimes I give up on things too easily. Sometimes too. But I don't.
I can't make you help me. I can't make you feel any certain way about anything that may have happened. For someone especially who is hardly more than an acquainted stranger. I'm just explaining myself so that whatever I do from this point on makes sense. You've wanted to know why I tried to talk to him. That is why I tried to talk to him. That is my explanation. That is the answer to that question, Seal. Do with that information what you will. I will do whatever I can. And you are free to do what you want.
I just think you should help yourself too. You can't control him. You can't control anything that happens except for yourself.
All right, Seal. I'll keep that in mind. I would say, I would argue, the majority of what I do is for my own self-interest. This is the rare occasion. I set that aside for someone else. But I will keep it in mind. Is that all?
I don't really know what to say.
Nor do I. But I imagine if something comes up later, then I'm not going anywhere. I'm here in the library. I think at that point, Circe goes back down to looking at the book and her notes again.
All right.
So we'll leave.
Okay.
I don't know if the insight checks that were rolled earlier would like carry on throughout that conversation.
I'd say probably not, just because it was fairly long. um, I'd say it's a little tough to do different insights now, but
I wasn't
I'm-
planning on rolling anything.
I mean, I'll say I think Circe seemed pretty forthcoming the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I would
There
say
you go.
Sealed seemed the opposite.
Slay.
Honestly,
Awesome.
Seal Slay.
Well, is there anything else anyone else would like to do this evening?
Yes, Kinsey like waits for the meeting to be over. She's probably hanging out in the library, like looking at stuff. She knows she's not really gonna find anything. She's not going in the restricted section, just looking at.
It's okay. Professor Orb is watching you.
I know.
Hello, Kinsey.
And then she's gonna go talk to Robinus, I guess.
Woo! Yeah, you see everyone starting to pour out of the council room and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of heated. Some people are looking a little worse for wear. Specifically, Shalia is very unhappy as she makes her way down to her office with Relay and Alvelio. Some people look like they should kiss. Sky has been eyeing Ravnos down the stairs. No. Shrosk, as he makes his way down, and same with Radia, both also look not the happiest, but you see most of that is probably from stress of everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. You can either catch Ravnos going down the stairs, or you can catch him in his office, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, probably in his office. Does anyone, just curious, make any particular like note of Kinsey being there?
I mean, for the most part, people probably like nod at you or like look over and acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
Shrosk surprisingly doesn't approach you or anything, doesn't say anything weird. Kind of like looks at you like. Not trying to be super mean about it, but like, oh god.
What's that for?
What's that for? I don't know. Someone tried to steal shackles the other day.
The treasoness is here.
But you can go to Robinus's office, knock on the door. And as you knock, you kind of feel this pause and then come in.
She walks in.
Yeah. Robinus's office is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has a lot of I keep wanting to say the wrong words, like trinkets from home. Lots
Mhm.
of sea-related things. He actually has a snow globe in his office. Uh, I know.
She
Uh,
can't. She shouldn't.
she shouldn't. She could, but she shouldn't.
She could. She shouldn't.
But yeah, it's really nice. Lots of different like seashells, weapons lining some of the walls as well of very curved, particular designs made of golds and
Mhm.
black handles, or directly like just some. You see like multiple of these golden tridents, very similar to his own, but not up to par.
Mhm.
And his whole room's like kind of darker. There's these black curtains that cover the window, all that fun stuff. His office is also bigger than most that you've seen. Uh,
Mhm.
he's currently there's like a little table to the left side of the office where you see Vol actually is making tea for the both of them. But you walk in and close the door behind you, and Manos looks up from his paperwork and no, Miss Isabel, pleasure. Is this something I can do for you?
You're headed to the Atlanta Arena soon, aren't you?
Hmm. As much as I like how forward you are, I do not like the start of this conversation. Continue.
My friend Valen, he is currently there, and I would like to get him out of there before anything bad happens.
Kinsey. You have approached at a very good time. You see him kind of like pause on his words. And he'll look over to Vol and give her a nod, and you see her pour another cup of tea. As she pulls them all to the front desk and lays them down. You see, I am a little worried about this trip myself, as I spoke about previously in the meeting you were there for. I'm afraid that there is some greater trap to be unveiled. You know, with these rifts appearing the way they have, being able to sense one before it appears is a bad sign. Either that or it's something regular, but I'd rather not assume something light. And the point is, I am looking for people to accompany me on my journey, and sadly Vol will not be able to
Oh, you cut out.
make it.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, did I disappear?
You disappeared for a second, but it caught up, so we heard everything.
Okay. I assume your friends will be coming with you.
Yes, we've already spoken about the concept of going there. Everyone
Alright.
is on board, seems.
Great. And I assume you'll stray off for a moment as well. Huh. Sure, we can make this work. Miss Hazelfell, I will set up an official contract, one that your mothers can sign, as you are not of age to consent to such a mission, as well as such for your friends. I guess we will figure this out. I will not be helping you in your trip to find your friend, though I do expect you to help me protect many people's lives when the time
Understood.
comes. Wonderful.
I shouldn't have much trouble finding him anyway.
That is good to hear. He seems kind of like lost in his thoughts as he speaks, almost as if he's considering a million things at once. It does trouble me to bring a child along.
2 children.
2 children.
We will leave in a week or two's time. Give ourselves a moment. I believe it is only fair to take you all in for some official training. You haven't been working directly with an NMR member for a while, yes? I do not count
I
our
was
shotgun
not.
training.
She was thinking about it.
I will set something up. For the next few days, come into the training room. We will have people set up. I personally would like to train your friend, your seal. Yes,
Yes.
I believe that would be good. And you have some spellcasting things that you are far behind on.
Repeat that, sorry.
You have some spellcasting things that you are far behind on. Robnus will pick up his glass, his cup of tea, and stand, sipping at it. That will be all from me, unless you have any other questions.
No, that was it. Thank you.
Of course. If anything comes up, let me know. If any of our friends are unavailable for any reason, we'll figure things out. And the contracts, I'll send them in tomorrow morning.
Yes, you should be able to send them all to my house. Everyone's been staying there. I believe so, at least. If not, I'll be able to get them to them anyway.
Understood. Well, Kinsey, your forward gesture has earned you a job. Stick to it. He'll just go sit down at the small table with Vol and drink at his tea.
Kinsey will leave.
Okay.
She eyes the snow globe like a lot before leaving.
Robno says it's cool. Awesome. Where's Kinsey go next?
Um. Can she stop by her magic item shop on the way home?
Of
Just to
course
see
she
how it's
can.
doing?
Yeah. Embers
Because,
and Ashes.
embers and ashes.
Not looking terrible. It does look like it had some troubles with creatures. Like a part of it is like entire like corner of it is like caved in. But it's being quickly repaired. It seems that nothing was really able to get too far. Nensho is quite proficient. Not really someone to worry too much about. And it also seems that kind of district, even though it wasn't a lot of Animar members didn't really focus their positions on it. There was a good reason for that because a lot of these people are trained combatants, and, very well learnt in magics of different sorts. So it all turned out all right. Yeah. You can enter though, and Ninja will very happily greet you. Oh God, sorry. Like, kind of like sorting through voices in my head, and I can't find it. Kinsey. Kinsey.
I was just waiting for the NPC to show up.
Where's Nuncho? I literally paused. I was like, wait, why is there no voice coming out?
I do still have almost 2,000 gold pieces on this little gift card. So you don't have to do like a bunch of describing. Can you just like send lists of anything you have?
1 second. I will do just that.
Okay.
Um, some of these have prices written down, some don't, and I can just tell you.
I assume I can ask. And you'll figure it out.
1 second. Copy. Have fun.
Hello. Okay.
I might be able to sort it a bit better for you.
The dragon vessel. What is a red scaly drinking horn?
Wait. Dragon vessel. Which one was this? Oh yeah, it's like a. This is this is tricky. You can like fill it with whatever drink you want.
Is that it? Or what does it
Uh,
do?
As a bonus action, oh, you can also okay. As a bonus action, if your vessel is empty, you can speak the command word to fill the vessel with one of the following. You can do ale, you can do olive oil, you can do a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. And once this property is used, it can't be used till the next dawn.
Hmm.
But there is a way that you wouldn't really know to further this item's like development and awakenment,
Mhm.
And it will be able to create better things, like greater potions of healing, potions of flying, potions of fire breath, potion of dragon majesty. Also whiskey. Whiskey's a legendary item, so just so you
Mhm.
know. Holy shit, that's crazy.
A red chromatic rose? What is that?
It's kind of a one-time use item, I guess. Wait, you like fire out like a cone of fire.
Mm.
It's fun though, and it is a rose.
Hmm.
A lot of these have stuff I wanted to describe, but it's okay. It's all my flavor text.
What's a bloodwell vial?
That's not good for you. That's for sorcerers.
Okay. Just wondering.
They're all good. Just increases their spell DC.
Hmm.
It's just yeah, it's just for sorcerers.
Hmm. Sally's got a bag of holding, doesn't he? Or does he?
Does he? Even if he doesn't, I'm sure he'd be able to find one.
I'm sure Sky, his infinitely rich mentor, could probably get him one.
Hmm.
All right. She mostly just like pokes her head in to see like, are you guys okay? You're fine. All right. Awesome.
We're doing good. Breathing heavily while like the actual like workers build up the wall. All right, awesome.
I guess she'll go back home.
Woo! Okay. Anything else from anybody?
I've got a mirror scene.
I know you have a mirror scene.
Oh.
It's always a mirror scene with this guy.
Always a mirror scene.
This is the one that I've been holding off on for literally months. And I don't think Xerxes has any reason right now to not logically do this as the next thing. So, I imagine there's just like, since they're staying at Kinsey's house, that there's like rooms or whatever. right? To stay
There's
guest
no
rooms.
rooms.
There's I mean like their own
Like yeah,
individual guest. Yeah, the West is sleeping outside.
hope so.
Kinsey and Seal are, I imagine, in the same room. Maybe Seal's even outside. I don't know.
No, Steele's got Kinsey's old playroom, and then Circe's can probably
Yeah,
take the library to herself.
yeah. There, Xerxes' library baby. This is not a happy ending. You.
No, we're gonna end on Sally. We're gonna end on Sally.
Oh, we're gonna end on Sally.
We're going to
Okay.
Sally after this. Ah, what?
Yeah, have fun. So Xerxes is gonna get all her bullshit ready, and oh wait, I just remembered there was something
Oh.
I wanted to test out last time that I didn't get the chance to.
Okay.
Can Xerxes change herself to just look like who unimportant, whoever, unlike herself,
Mhm.
and look in the mirror?
Oh. Huh. So totally different than what you know yourself to look like.
Totally different.
One second. I need to look up something.
What?
Oh, I didn't come up with this.
Uh-oh.
So I get to come up with it on the spot. Huh. Interesting.
Can you believe I almost did this before not yesterday's, last session's mirror scene?
I think the mirror would still be blurry.
Mm-hmm. Same amount?
Same amount. Yeah. Just yeah. Yeah, that would yeah, I gotta say yeah. Sorry.
That's annoying, but it is what I thought. Oh well. Yeah. Xerxes
I just
drops.
sorry, I just keep looking back and forth at my notes.
I don't know if it being transmutation rather than disguise is any different.
Oh, the bot.
It will it wouldn't change it now.
Okay. Well. Yeah, Xerxes gets ready and um attempts to mirror the Fey Dark journal that she found in session 1.
I want to ask this. I don't want this to be a leading question at all.
Uh-huh.
But do you pull out the journal? Like, do you look at it?
Oh yeah, I was
Before you
gonna
do it.
have her look at it again and see if anything in there is familiar at all.
You open the journal and you get hit with this memory of mirroring the totally Sylvan Feywild, like Field Guide to the Feywild. It is the same handwriting as the fake handwriting Baxter used in the Sylvan journal. Entirely word for word the same.
what specifically? Like the blurb beforehand, like explaining what the journal is, or like the contents of the
The
journal itself?
contents, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All of the contents are written in this same just it's hard to explain, but just the same
Mm-hmm.
handwriting. Which is different than Baxter's normal handwriting.
Are there any like specific features about this handwriting that are different? Is it like more, for lack of better word, like fancy or like
So the journal makes this interesting, but it's it is almost more fancy, like better looking than Baxter's normal handwriting is. Um, and it's kind of tough to see that at some points because the Fate Arc book gets a little messy towards the end. Um, but at the very beginning, it's fancier. It's just a nice, very formal looking handwriting.
does the very end of it when it starts to get messy, is that like similar to kind of what was going on in Xerxes, like her own field guide and her own like writing stuff down in it?
Um,
Or is the only thing in common just that it like starts to fall apart?
in what way? In what exact way does Xerxes get messier?
Um, kind of like repetitive and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
nonsensical.
it looks like the writer was losing touch with reality. Um, and they kept it definitely repetitive, uh, kind of losing track of their own words as they're writing them. Um, it doesn't seem. It may not be entirely the same,
Mm-hmm.
but there are aspects that connect a little. But you do know from reading through it that by the end, the author had spoken about pretty much going mad,
Mm-hmm.
um, which could probably lead to that.
Okay. And then I mirror it.
Okay. Give me 1 second, and we can start. Oh God, no! Oh God, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun and good. um, okay, Xerxes. A few particular things have been hanging on your mind since the last time using the mirror, but one hangs a bit higher than the rest. The journal. The journal written about the Fate Arc, found months upon months ago. So looking into your hazy reflection, you focus on it. And immediately, smoke apparates to its forefront. Let me put on a song. Its movement is slow, slower than usual, as it takes its time to decide on what to show you. To decide. You watch vague starts of images that quickly disperse as the mirror flips through possibilities in a way you can watch almost as if it is unsure of what it can convey to you. Eventually, after a long wait, you watch as the first image begins to form in front of your eyes. A man. One with a familiar face, that of Leon Baxter. But he looks quite a bit different than normal. His messy hair is well kempt, and his normally casual outfit is replaced with something entirely unlike himself. He wears a very nice dress shirt with a black tie wrapped around his neck. A coat sits above it, a long coat, black and formal and aesthetic, that of which many researchers wear as well. He stands in a large room with planar circles painted upon the floor, circles that look quite similar to a few you've seen before, including one you've made yourself. Leon is with other people as well, a few around his age and a few younger, looking as if they were in their earlier years of school. Two of the younger figures appear to be finishing up a circle when one, while getting up to sort through their bag, slips forward, smudging the delicate chalk that laid painting the floor. The smudge connects two ends of the circle that was left with a purposeful space between them, and slowly each of the circle's rings begin to glow dimly, one by one, in a sequence outwards. People quickly begin shuffling out of the room, and Leon very quickly steps in to help people leave, especially the figure that had slipped originally and who is now sitting a bit distraught at their actions. Sadly, while ushering one of the last few people out of the room, the last circle sets aglow, and with a blinding light pouring out from the center of the room, the image disperses into a swirl of smoke. Again, there's a long pause as the mirror shifts in thoughts, letting the smoke spin and spin until eventually the image of Leon is formed once again. This time walking slowly through an extending dark forest, one that expands out what looks to be eternally. The mirror moves through time fluidly in these moments as you watch walking Baxter slowly get more and more disheveled as he pulls out a journal from his satchel and writes. His eyes and face are more frantic. His hair grows messier and messier. His coat disappears in one of the instances, as well as his tie. Cuts start to cover his dress shirt and pants, as well as his skin in various places. He is paranoid, lost, afraid. The images move faster. His hair is much longer. He no longer has the rest of his satchel, just the journal attached to his hip, and the images stop. Leon stands in front of a small, dark pedestal in a strange clearing within the Black Forest. From his left, an elven figure with a hooded cloak covering his face begins to move towards him out of the shadowy underbed of trees. Another face you recognize, at least from what you can see of it, the Dreadheart. They exchange words briefly, Baxter with great difficulty as he seems almost confused at how he is able to speak at all, like his own tongue doesn't feel like his own. The Dreadheart shakes his head as he begins to walk away and leaves Leon standing there, staring out at the pedestal once again. Time passes by again visibly, almost as if the world is fast-forwarding the images until it comes to a sudden stop. Leon sits in front of a decrepit face that stares him down hungrily, moving, swirling in place, back and forth, before Leon falls to his knees, begging and begging until even that decrepit face slithers out of view. Leon pulls out his journal. And he writes, and he writes, and he writes, "I'm sorry." And you see a flash within the smoke as Leon, your Leon, opens his eyes. And he falls down upon his knees to a scene you had seen perfectly in exact moments before, the jewelry falling down in front of him. And the smoke disperses.
Are you kidding me?
Can I butt in for a second? I hope you know session 1, when we first found the book, and you read it out to us. My first thought was, "Is that Baxter?" And then I was like, "No, he doesn't write that like that." That was my first thought, and I wrote it off
No.
forever.
No,
I never thought about it again.
because in session 1, I remember you describing the book ending in "I'm sorry, Mom." And
Mom, yeah,
like,
that's what I was like. I was like, whoa, what the
I
fuck?
was like, is this Baxter? But it's like, oh, a professor wrote this. And I'm like, that's
Mhm,
not Baxter.
mhm.
That's not Baxter. And then
when Josh was explaining, yeah, they're the exact same like fake handwriting. I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. No! I was sitting there like, how did I not fucking put that together?
First thing I asked, I'm like, does Xerxes recognize any of this? And it's like, no, the handwriting's not familiar to you at all. No,
Fucking
it's
kill
a
you, Josh.
professor. And for a little bit, I was like, oh, maybe someone got it wrong, and it's like he's a university student, not a professor. And when something got lost in translation, who the fuck was that?
You guys right now are like, oh, it's so obvious. How did I not? What the fuck are you talking about? How was any of this up?
No, it
Oh,
was not
it's-
obvious. I don't know.
Not
what Jar-
obvious.
It's the "I'm sorry, Mom" thing. To me, I was like, I feel like that's Baxter. And then the professor thing threw me off completely. I'm like, no way, it's not Baxter. And then I started to, over time, think, maybe. Because of the
Yeah,
whole
it's
Fadar
Yeah, I
thing.
stopped
He's
think-
just a completely different person writing it. What?
Since I didn't have the book like in my character inventory, I completely forgot about it. Or else I probably would have been questioning this more.
I was joking. When I said,
I was joking.
when I said, Chernobyl's an alternate universe shape, I was joking. What are you talking about? I don't know what that is.
What?
You'll notice something really fun in this. Every time I say Leon or Baxter, it is always in quotations, except
Fuck
for the
off.
very first where I describe them.
Fuck off.
I have to finish writing this. But
Is this what you were writing at break?
yeah, well,
So you were
I-
sitting there writing this while we were fucking around. I can't believe
I have all
it.
the plot points written now. I just
I know.
I needed to get it down in the script.
It's the implication, okay? Implication.
Woo! Oh, uh-oh.
What?
Are you getting typed mean messages?
What?
Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to say it now. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am so dumbfounded. And I know that, like, oh, I've been doing a bit or whatever about, like, yeah, no, Baxter's just a normal country boy, when actually he's got all this deep, dark, twisted stuff going on with him because he's so sensitive and tortured, right? I was intending for Leon Baxter, the one I put on God's green earth, to be Chernobyl. I don't know what that is! I don't know what that is! I swear to God.
It's scary when the characters exist outside of you. It's like, what did you do? What did you do?
This had nothing to do with me.
I
I
could
was
tell.
like, yeah, Chernobyl's ending the world. That's as bad as it can get.
What? What?
It's
You
a
know what?
perfect-
I'm gonna say, if this is Chernobyl and my in my dream months ago, my old picture of Chernobyl in business clothing in a black and white suit and tie.
The prophecy.
The
Salem, are you
fucking-
sure you're not like a medicine cat or something?
That was the Demon Core, bitch. What?
Well, my prophecy, I guess, isn't entirely correct because I was imagining Cheryl as a woman, which
I
Oh,
I
don't know.
no.
Could
think
be a
would
woman.
make this whole
Oh,
thing a
no.
lot funnier, Josh.
It would be funny if
With
like
Leon
this
Baxter.
this like person that does not remember that their Baxter wakes up and is like, yeah, I'm a woman.
I
Hell
would
yeah.
say that a large handful of the time that I was mirroring stuff, especially stuff related to Xerxes things,
You kind of expected
I had
some.
a pretty good idea of what was gonna show up. And for this, I imagined, oh, we're gonna see Baxter fall down a hole
Yeah.
and scurry
Mhm.
about and then
Get chased by
weaved,
monsters.
right?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Baxter did
Is
seem pretty
this?
conflicted last time him and Xerxes talked, huh?
So he doesn't remember her.
I just shrugged. You can't see that.
No.
No, I heard it.
Were the like the figures like in the room, like in the first scene, were they like Feywild people or like
No, they were
Other people from the school?
People. They were.
Oh my
It was a very.
god.
They're like school people. They're like
Mhm.
from Gelfen.
Baxter, this Baxter told Seal, yeah, I got to the Feywild through my university. They had a bunch of public portals and whatever. And Xerxes told a completely different story than that. And I was like, what a liar.
The hours and not hours, hundreds. It's not hundreds. I'm exaggerating. Messages in me and Surf CMs of like, does he remember or does he not remember? I can't tell. It's freaking me out.
what the fuck is this?
Yes! I was so excited for this mirror scene. I can't explain. I can't explain how good it is. It is so good that you did the jewelry first. Because it puts it all together.
What?
We need to move on.
No.
No, we
This
need
is
to.
fake wrong, Baxter. I was right.
We
Hey,
need
Kinsey, want to talk with the Sally?
do the Sally scene so I can talk about
Table.
this unrestrained.
Let's have a chill ending, yeah?
Fuck off.
I'm not
Then
chill.
Fuck you.
People are gonna kill me after this, so I want to vibe
deafening.
for a bit.
Kidding.
Hey, Sage.
Hey.
Let me put on some nice music. I think we deserve it.
You don't.
Okay, alright. Alright. What? Fucking what? One second. Sorry. Kinsey. It is. Yeah, I assume you go right like home after you go to Embers and Ashes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She.
So
Mhm.
eventually, Salzir will show up
Yes.
at your home.
She's probably reading a book in her room.
He doesn't knock. I kinda
What?
walks in.
It's his room too.
Yeah. Walks in. He looks drained.
Uh-huh.
Kind of. You don't see this often from Sazir, but there are
Mhm.
bags under his eyes.
Oh.
Kinsey.
Hey.
Hey. I'll sit down in your bed. Did the conversations go well?
Yeah, I talked to Rovnos. He'll be sending contracts so that my mums can sign everything and my friends can sign their own, I assume.
Awesome. That's great.
We should be leaving in a week or two, so about the same time as you.
It's really good. Both adventuring the world. Yolanta Ironheart. They really don't like talk about that much.
hmm
What's it like? Do you know anything about it, or?
Somewhat. I found one book about it. Um,
Mhm.
just sort of vague things. I have a map of it at least, which should be very helpful.
It's pretty good for
Um,
vague things. Should be fun at least, right?
something like that.
Gotta manifest all the good things. Nothing super important happened in the meeting. Just
Mm.
kind of everyone checking up on each other since everyone's leaving soon.
Right. Everyone seemed pretty tired afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, and in a couple days it's straight to Corleone, so I guess we'll see how that goes.
Do you know anything about Leon Fay?
No. I feel like Sky's supposed to tell me all that stuff, but we've been,
Busy.
yeah, pushed around by Ravnos and Trosk and all
Mhm.
them. He kind of rolls his eyes. But it's fine. It's fine. Sky's happy whenever Ravnos is around, so. I'm just saying. I should have told Sky that I'm not going to his. I'm sure he knows. But yeah, no, I know a couple things. I guess I know they kind of have their own like councils and whatnot, and that's more so where we're going to talk to them, assure them everything's all right, even though half the
Not.
country's in ruin. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not looking great. The meeting kind of confirmed that. um, just tough, especially with like the Aurora, right? Where are those people? Where are the adventurers guilds at? Country of heroes, and there's no heroes to be seen. I don't know.
I think she just reaches out and holds his hand.
Oh, little squeeze your hand.
We're gonna
Guess
be
that's-
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on us to save the world now, so to stress you out. It'll be alright. We should do something before we all have to go. Dinner or something. Maybe dinner every night. And breakfast. And clothing shopping. And we could look at the stars again. um,
Right, Avnos wants me to go to the tower to train with him, leading up to our.
You She's gonna like fall back on the bed.
She'll lay down next to him.
Train. Should be
But
fun
it's a
though.
good opportunity. I copied down another spell, and it's not one I want to really use. Just at random the first time.
Copy down a new spell. Don't want to use it at random. Sounds like you got something dangerous there. Hate to suggest that, but it should be good to train with an actual Animora member, though. One of the not lame ones. Unless he like puts you with Shrosk or something, but I'm sure he wouldn't do that.
I don't think Shrosk really likes me right now.
He doesn't like anyone right now. he's hard to describe. You should hear the way he talks to his apprentices. Sorry. It's tough when everyone has their eyes on you and no one knows how to help. I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do you think Tivy would do if she was here?
Not say that. I mean, I don't know. You know him a lot better than I do, I think, right? You
This is a girlfriend test.
She punches him in the shoulder.
It's fine. I think
No.
she'd kill the government.
Yeah, she did not like them. If I remember.
I was so slay of her.
You know you're in the government, right?
But she'd love me.
And I got similar styles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's when you continue the compliment.
I mean, maybe you should ask Sky. Aren't they friends?
Yeah. I've talked to Sky a bit about her, but I don't know.
Any fun stories?
A couple. It's weird. Sky gets kind of sad for a moment before he goes off on his tangents.
Mm.
I think they were really close friends. Just haven't talked in a while.
Do you think they could fix the Animora?
What do you mean by fix?
I'm not sure, but could she do it?
I think Tivy could dismantle the Animora and call it her diamonds. And then hire really fun people like me and Sky and LeVay. Oh, we need LeVay. We need to have like our edgy figure,
Uh, Am I not fun?
I didn't get to finish.
Boyfriend test?
Well, now I'm not gonna say her name. Rhythma. And maybe if we have space, we can invite you too, I guess. I wish Tivy was here. But I am glad that you're here instead.
Knock on wood.
Hello? It's the Dreadheart, like, I can tell you when Timmy's gonna be here if you clear out Hollow Wall.
Kinsey pulls the blankets over both of them at some point.
Yeah.
Snuggles up.
I'll definitely curl up into you. And kind of quickly for Celsius, he'll start to fade away.
Yeah.
And I can see.
Hey, sleepy.
Sleepy, sleepy. And with them falling asleep, I think we're gonna end session there. Woohoo!
I can't believe Salzier said that Tivy could name them the Diamonds. I can't believe that you'd insinuate replacing us.
What's wrong with you?
What's
I would
wrong
never
with you?
insinuate that. I would
Can we get
never-
Morella on the council?
Please,
She's not
please.
really.
She can
a
incinerate
maid?
somebody.
Solve this stat.